Things you must stop doing once you're 30 years as a woman. Welcome back to Motherhood with Ma. If this is the first time you're seeing my face, I'm Chidima Michelle Oswago, a registered nurse midwife and a nutritionist. And in this channel, we get to talk about everything mother, child, and family at large. So if you're interested in this video, keep watching. Number one, you must think twice before ending a pregnancy. By 30 years, a woman's fertility starts to decline. Around 35 years, the decline becomes very noticeable. And by 40 years, natural conception is much harder, meaning that pregnancy you end might be the only chance for natural conception that you have. Interestingly, women are born with all the eggs they will ever have. Every month, eggs are lost naturally. By 30 years, the number and quality of eggs start to go down compared to when you were 20s. That is why early pregnancy are easier than when one gets advanced. While many abortions are safe, so they said, there are complications like uterine scarring, which is Ashman syndrome, infections, and cervical damage. This could lead to what? Future complications as well as miscarriages. Recovery is harder compared to when one is more younger. Complications like high blood pressure, diabetes, fibroids are more pronounced when one gets advanced. Research also have it that many women experience guilt, regret, and depression after terminating a pregnancy, especially if they struggle later to conceive. Unpredictability of life, things like illness, hormone fluctuations, blocked fallopian tubes, these things can emerge. Midwives, as well as fertility doctors, always hear this same word from people. I wish I never terminated the pregnancy I had. A couple of months, I met a client in a clinic, and she told me, I just wish I never terminated the pregnancy I had 3 years ago. And she's married to the same person today, struggling to get pregnant, so much complications, going into family planning just after marriage. I always encourage ladies, once you're 30 years and you're married, don't take anything to avoid pregnancy. Every individual is unique. Most family planning don't go well for some women. Yeah, you want to get married, you want to have fun, you want to relax, you want to enjoy yourself before you go into motherhood of children. Once you're married, it's naturally expected that you should start thinking of having a child. That is nature, that is transition, that is transition of life. Every stage of life has what is expected. So don't avoid pregnancy all because you said you're not ready. Yeah, you want to have fun, you want to travel, you want to, cruise around before you start pregnancy. The funny thing is that most women who have indulged in these, when they are finally ready to start getting pregnant, their hormones are not ready. Their body is not ready. And they go into depression, they go into frustration, they're emotionally disturbed because what they want is not forthcoming. And this thing is something that can easily come before the family planning. So, my dear, whoever advises you to take a family planning pills, all because you're not ready for pregnancy, it's not doing you any good. Get pregnant, use the pregnancy, do whatever you want to do, but don't avoid the pregnancy. So that neglecting preconception health. Don't wait until you're pregnant before you start taking folic acid, especially when you're 30 years. When you're 30 years, start endeavor to take your folic acid even before you get married. You don't want to have a child with congenital malformations. Now, I already told you that once a woman gets 30, her number of eggs, her quality of eggs start declining. This tablet is very tiny. This folic acid is very tiny, but it's powerful. It does a lot good to women than harm, And you want to take your folic acid to help prevent congenital malformations. Don't wait until you get pregnant. So take your folic acid judiciously. When you're pregnant, take it. When you're not pregnant, take it. It helps you a lot. The benefit of folic acid cannot be overemphasized. It has helped a lot of women avoid having a child with spinal bifida. You don't need a prescription to have folic acid. Once you're 30 years, never ignore an infection. Personally, I recommend 3 months, 6 months routine, HVS and ECS. Now, these things help checkmate if you have serious infection and you treat. A lot of women are down with blocked fallopian tube all because of an infection that was ignored. Blocked fallopian tubes have set a lot of women backward fertility-wise. So it's always encouragable to always observe your body. Notice your system. Never ignore that itching. Never ignore that serious discharge. Find out why it's there and treat what appropriately so you don't come down with complications associated with infection. Avoid eating carelessly. When you're 20s, you're flexed, you've done all the junk, you've done all the bad food, and you were able to transit to your 30s. Once you get to 30 years, you have to be cautious of what you eat. Avoid processed food. Avoid canned food. Do more of natural food. Eat more of natural things, more of fruits, more of vegetables, more of water, and less of processed food. Reduce the use of hot water after 30 years as a woman. Your skin, your hormones, your circulation changes. Bathing with very hot water strips oil, speeds aging, worsen dryness, even affect your veins. Switch to warm water to protect your skin, to protect your body. Avoid stress. After 30, stress doesn't just tire you. It speeds up aging, affects your fertility, harms your heart. Protect your peace like your life depends on it, because it does. Avoid stress. Anything that is a stressor to you, avoid it. Sleep time. Once you're 30 years, it's time to sleep more. It's time to have enough quality sleep. You shouldn't be having a sleep of less than 7 to 9 hours every day. Sleep regulates hormones like the follicle stimulating hormone, the luteinizing hormone, as well as the estrogen, which is very crucial for ovulation and fertility. Poor sleep can increase stress hormones like cortisol, which is a fertility enemy. So your sleep is very, very important. 7 to 9 hours. The last on my list, this may sound very funny, but it makes sense. And that is, after 30 years, whenever you get married, select the sex of your baby on time. Yes, a lot of women have gotten so much children, which it was not their intention early, possibly because they were looking for a sex. Here in Africa, if you have more of girls, you'd always want to have boys to balance the equation. And when you've gotten more girls, you keep trying because you're looking for a particular sex. So it's always better to start on time. I always tell people, those who feel they have so much money, indulge in things like chromosomal birth selection, which is done through IVF. This is scientifically 100%. It does not feel like it can guarantee the particular sex you want. If you want a boy, it's sure. If you want a girl, it's sure. Then you can also do things like the Billings method, the natural birth method, which involve the XX and the XY chromosome calculation. Yeah, I know a lot of people say it does not have scientific backup. It's just a matter of law, matter of chance. It works. It has worked for a lot of people. A lot of people have used these studies to get the desired sex they want. Try the one that works for you. If you are aspiring to have 2 boys and 2 girls, aspiring to have 3 boys, 3 girls, 4 boys, 2 girls, any which one you've planned, work towards it on time. This will bring us to the end of our video. If you enjoyed the video and about to give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share this video to someone who may need it. Don't forget to turn your notifications so that any video I post, you'll be one of the first persons to get it. See you in my next video. Bye.